right, guys, it is Monday night. I got 8:28 here. And as always, we get going about 8:30. And what this is our inner circle call. And what we will be doing is normally we do the presentations basically over the phone. So what we'll be doing tonight, and as always, you can jump on at My Econ Purpose. That is real estate and business credit done easy. And we'll be giving this free information out all the time. We'll be reaching out to first-time home buyers, people that are getting ready just to start their businesses, 501c3s, whatever that may be. But we have a basis in real estate because we have an understanding that it takes a little bit more than just our business to get everything going. Because majority of the times it takes about 3 to 5 years to get the right type of profit before your business is up and going. So you have to understand how to develop the cash flow and everything like that for your businesses, for your life, so that you're not always dependent upon your own social. So with that, what we do is we focus on business credit as well as personal credit, but we make sure that you understand the different levels of how to get that done. Okay, so let's rock and roll with a quick testimony, and you can see why we do what we do.
Okay, hello, my name is Curtis Henderson, and I am here to give you a testimonial about the Business Finance and Funding Suite. I have used the Business and Funding Suite myself, and I just want to say that it's been everything it was advertised to be, and then some. I'm really not sure where else you can find a program that is as comprehensive. I will say that it is not for someone that's going to be lazy with it. You really have to work the program. It's going to take 9 to 12 months to get you through the entire thing. But once you do go through the funding suite, your business is in a beautiful position to have access to lending and to be set up for what the banks and lenders are really looking for. And I think that's the big value of this program is, to me, when you're trying to get lending, the banks just come back and say yes or no. They don't really tell you why. It's not like obtaining a mortgage for a home purchase where they can come back and say specifically, hey, this is why we denied you. If you can correct this and this, then we're going to do business with you. In the business funding world, it's almost a mystery, and you wonder if the stars are just not aligned properly. What this program did, at least for me, is it clarified everything. Okay, it walked me through it step by step. Everything from the credibility phase, and even while you're working the program, going through the steps, which again take 9 to 12 months. Even right from the beginning, once you get through the credibility stage, it's going to walk me right into a stage that's called fundability, where it's going to match me with whatever lenders I can get access to funds from right now. And depending on how long you've been in business and some other things you have going for you, you can get access to funds right away if you need them. My interest in the program wasn't that. My interest was, following it through all the way and really putting my business credit-wise in a position where we had a strong D&B, PAYDEX, and a good overall credit profile, so that if I need lending, the entity itself really looks stellar. Not only from a PAYDEX score perspective, but also all of the other little things that the lenders and the banks look for as far as extending funding to businesses of my size. I can't say enough about the program. Again, I did search around before I settled in on this funding program, and I tell you what turned me off about other programs is they didn't even really seem to kind of know what was going to work and what wasn't going to work. It was almost like, well, we'll try this, and then we'll match you with this lender, and we'll see if it works. That's not this program. This program is very deep. It's very well designed and very well organized, and I would recommend it to anybody that's seeking to get funding for their business or put their business in a position where they're credible for funding from lenders. And I have recommended it, and I will continue to do so. Again, my name is Curtis Henderson, and my company is Q Global, and it's been a wonderful addition to my business. Thank you.
So, guys, as you can see, that was one of the testimonies that we work with. And as you see, the testimonies that we are looking at, and what we had titled tonight was, what happens after the ARV? What happens after the after repair value? You've learned how to do the formula. You've learned different things on how to analyze, the credit, how to get yourself started, right? So, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we talk about hand in hand the business credit and the real estate, because a portion of life is to leverage yourself. Okay, and so that's what you're going to do with your business credit. Your personal credit itself is great, is excellent, and we want to continue to work with that, and continue to get that to a nice level. But at the same time, as we go forward, we want to get to a place to where we're not dependent upon the personal credit. Yes, the personal credit gets us going. Yes, they're still going to ask you, for different things for that. But as we develop, you can get to a place to where you're not looking, and they're not looking, the lenders, banks, and those types of things, they're not looking at your personal, but only your business. Then it can free you up to do the real estate investing that you want to do. It can free you up to get that first time home that you want to do. It can help you to do a whatever you may be able to do in your home. Say you want to do some rehab with your own home. Okay, so the thing is to get the financial education and get the awareness so that you can know exactly what to do with your home in and out. And so now what we want to do is we want to drop off to you right before we get into what to do with after the ARV. What type of real estate investor are you? If you want to be a wholesaler or etc. Let's check out one more testimony real quick.
Hello, I'm Steve Granados, and just wanted to thank the Business Finance Suite for helping me out with my business, and it has really helped me build my business credibility. So I wanted to say thank you for that, taking me step by step through the process so I can get some funding as well too. So thank you very much.
All right. So as you see, guys, it's just real a step-by-step process. Excuse me, to where you want to get to. The majority of the times, we start in the middle. And what I mean by that, we'll say, hey, I had this product or service and I want this. I'm going to get the money to buy something to start it or X, Y, and Z. But we don't have the backing, right? There's a reason why 9 times out of 10, the Small Business Association says that businesses fail, right? Because the biggest thing that we do is a lot of times, this is what I've seen over my 20 something years of experience in business, is that I see a lot of I don't trust, or this person may be trying to get over, or why do I have to pay for this, that, and the other? And then there's a lot of hustling backwards, because the thing is, we want to do business, but the only thing that we're focused on is creating money. Okay, and when you're only focused on creating money, the people around you, the circle, the social media itself will highlight and say, "Hey, you're doing well because you're getting money, right?" But you don't have cash flow. What I mean is this: if you have $1 million a year that you're creating, right, you're flowing, you're big balling or whatever, right, and then you have $2 million of expenses. Right? There's a reason why 2009, 2010, the largest banks in the financial industries in the world, right, went out of business, because it was an understanding of that it takes more than just income. So that's why we teach the whole thing here. And as you see, the real estate advice and education that we give is completely free. But we want you to have the proper systems and the proper mindset to be able to put this into effect so that you don't get yourself in place, right? In the wrong place. So the biggest thing we want to do is to highlight what type of investor are you. Okay. And so when you see that, what you want to focus on, your only 2 goals is understanding current lifestyle and future lifestyle, right? All the other shiny objects, all the other ins and outs, is not necessary. You focus on how to get clothing, your shelter, those types of things, what you need right now to help the kids, and then future lifestyle. What do you have in investments, assets that's going to help the kids go through? That's going to help the kids start from your shoulders and not start from underneath your feet, kind of, have to bring up their own bootstraps like you did as well, right? So that's why we have this focus, and we work inside of a framework so that you can see how to get from A to Z. Right. So most people, or most gurus, so to say. And this is why I made the Real University, to get away from the guru status, from having you to have to worry about paying $50 to get into a shop, or a show rather, and then you're not getting the information, the education you need until you pay this next $2,000 or this next $10,000 for this next project or the next thing that they want you to be a part of, in order to get further education, in order to get more understanding about the housing market, or the more about this type of flipping, or the more type about this type of rehabbing, right? So we wanted to give you something all in one place: courses, study, other people that are doing it, group economics, so that you can join in and participate with other people that are already doing what you want to do, right? So that you can create not just income, but residual, passive, so that you can also create cash flow, right? So that's our biggest thing. So our top 3 wealth strategies when we're working with this, so that you won't just get out there and be lost. So we have somebody that's going to take you by the hand and start you from the beginning. We're going to actually get your personal cash flow plan together. And then from there, we're going to give you a cash flow strategy. Then from there, we're going to give you the right tools to track and to manage and to increase your wealth as you earn and learn. And then you're able to move accordingly. So now you have something that nobody can take away from you. You understand personal credit, you understand business credit, and now you're able to leverage that understanding. You're leveraging your credit from there. Okay. So the type of individual that you may, real estate investor rather, that you may want to be, you may want to be the wholesaler. Okay. Maybe you're just starting out. Some people think that that's a good place to start. Your wholesaler, basically what you're doing is you're able to find great deals at such good prices that you can pass it on to another investor or another end buyer, and maybe put on $5 to $10 to $15,000 in between. Okay, but you got to know how to do the paperwork. You got to know how to place your options, or what have you, what you will be using for that particular wholesale deal. Okay, and then you have certain people that may want to buy and hold. Okay, so that means that you are buying properties, whether they're ugly properties or beautiful properties, and we have a way to buy both of those. Okay, so you just have to depend on what's going on. I mean, you have to look at what's going on in your portfolio. What part does this play in your personal cash flow plan? Okay, so you want to see maybe a buying hold strategy, and what that is you're basically buying the property, and instead of selling it for a large profit at the end, a lump sum, you're financing it to the next person, or you're leasing it out to the next person. You're doing a seller finance, or you're actually leasing it out or renting it out. Okay, so that's your buying and hold. Then of course there's a buying sell strategy. Of course you know exactly what that is. You're buying and sell. People may call that flipping. Okay, so what we want to do is you always want to know, okay, what area or what context am I looking at when I get into real estate investing? Am I going to real estate investing because I just want to understand wholesale versus retail, because I want to buy my first home or my next home better? I want to go in with more equity. So I just want to understand, Michael, how to do wholesale versus retail. So maybe we'll talk about, pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, real estate owned. Okay. So you have those different structures and the different context of where you want to start. And not only just the context of where you want to start, but the context of, are you in the place to start? Okay, so we want to get everything in line so that you can move forward, right? So the biggest thing you want to do is protect that head, right? So you want to get the mindset together. So not only do we help you through the understanding, the education of how to move in the real estate market investing, but we also talk about the 3 tenets, right? Personal development. Read about 10 pages of a good book every day, and then continue in education. Find out what that big purpose is in your life and focus on that for a good solid 20 minutes a day. Okay, and then 20 minutes of income producing activities. Okay, so we have those, everything in line for you, and you can plug in here every Monday at 8:30 and gain some new knowledge and get it for free. Okay, and then you can start to apply it, and then when you're ready to fly, get the enroll into the university. Okay. All right. So the next thing you want to do is you also may want to look into and this is a coveted type of training and how to rent other people's properties, okay? Because there's a way to actually be, just like there's wholesaling, you can actually get in and actually broker a rental agreement as well, okay? And then you can also do that with a leasing. Okay, so we show you different things of how to apply. It doesn't matter where the credit is. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you have some type of self-motivation, determination, some type of desire to get in and learn, because this is not something to where you can go to Walmart and buy, the education or the product, and then all of a sudden you're making this type of money. But no, you just like anything else. You come in, you put in the effort to get the education, the information. But the beautiful thing about this, and different than getting your realtor's license or getting some other type of a license and then have to learn and then have to implement what you learned to earn, you can actually earn, okay, while you're learning, because we developed a plan to show you, okay, first and foremost, our goal is to make sure that you know and you can recognize the top four of the vision stealers, okay? And that's your inflation, taxes, basically income taxes, and then debt, and then big business or inadequate cash or investments, rather. Okay, big business or inadequate investments. So these things are, number one, taken away from your personal income. See, the biggest thing is people start to do a business or they want to do some other step, but everything that they're using is dependent upon their job's income. So we want to show you how to create the cash flow by first and foremost having a system. Okay. And the system is going to help you get over. See, when you have a system, you're no longer dependent upon yourself, right? So think about it. When you were first riding a bike and you had the training wheels, right? That was a system to help you to learn how to drive, how to ride the bike. And you were not, it took away the fear because the system helped you to be dependent. You knew that if you lean too far over to the right or to the left, right, what happened? The wheels caught you. That system caught you, okay? And then you were so good at using the system, then you knew that you could ride without the wheels, and it was time to take the wheels off, okay? And see, that's what it is time for when you're starting a new venture. Whatever you're trying to do, when you're trying to change, when you're trying to implement something different, you have to put on a system, okay, in order for you to get to that end goal. All right. So just like when I started church and was, a born again believer, right? Brand new, fresh, right? I had to put on that system. I had to renew my mind according to the way of that thinking, that framework, that philosophy. Okay. And so it's the same way when you come in. Yes, you have a creative mind because your business venture is over here, but there are principles and laws that are in place for personal finance. And so when you do that, then you work on the laws of the return. Excuse me, the laws of return. Okay, so excuse me. I think that's time for me to wrap it up. So what we want to do is, tonight was to focus on what type of real estate investor are you, and then also let you know that it's a focus on your business credit and your real estate education, or your business credit and the way to start off. Okay, and then we want to make sure that you have the proper context, because we have three solutions. Okay, investment is our third solution. The first solution is cash flow management, learning how to manage, track, and increase your wealth. The second is business income. Why? Because business income is taxed less than your regular job that you own now. Remember, we're trying to get you not to be dependent upon the job's income and create the cash flow necessary so that you can do the things that you want to do, right? And what we're focused on tonight is owning a piece of America. Okay. And so the last one is investment. So you have to understand, we're going to help you with the three tenets, even though we're saying real estate investing, but we're going to make sure every area is all good too, because you got to have your three pillars, all right, in order for your home to be successful, your financial endeavors or anything like that to be successful. Okay. And so what we do, we end it with this right here, guys. simple testimony again about the business credit and how it's been successful.
My name is Cheryl Reisner with SR Business Resources. I'm located in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was a bank lender in the past, and I thought I knew all about the financing and funding options available for businesses. I even went through the bank loan process when I got ready to purchase an existing business. I found out that the process was very tedious, the paperwork required was extensive, and it took months to complete the whole process. After that experience, I learned that there are a lot of different funding options available for businesses, but most business owners don't know how to get the money. I was very excited to learn about the Business Finance Suite and the process of building business credit for my business where I could get even more money than I could ever get before. I believe that the Business Finance Suite has opened up possibilities for my business in the future that I never could have imagined, and that every business owner can benefit from owning the Business Finance Suite. It will change the way you do business.
Okay, so the beginning is your leverage point, right? The beginning, your leverage, the best leverage that you can have is being the understanding that you are your number one asset. You know, the things that you get and understand, those are things that you can produce fruit from, right? But if you don't have an understanding, then the fruit can't be generated. Or even if you do have understanding, and sometimes the fruit is generated, some others can't take it from you if there's no focus, right? What happens if a COVID situation comes and there may not be some other person taking it, or some other person got your idea, but an actual external thing that is causing you to go back and to reevaluate. But if you have the proper foundation, if you understand things like cash, asset, cash, if you understand like the three solutions that we were telling you about, the cash flow management, the business income, and investment income, if you understand your personal credit, business credit, and leveraging your credit, then you can understand how to go forth, right? But the biggest thing is tuning in, and then and getting those individuals out of your framework so that you can move within a system that's going to better help you, right? And you have to also get rid of the person that is telling you that it can't happen. And sometimes that person that is telling you that is your own self, because we are now a lot of times trapped by experiences, quote unquote facts, other people saying this or that and the other, instead of actually evaluating something for ourselves. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. I'm going to leave you with that, guys. And that's the reason why we call it the real you, because you're able to use the strategies to get yourself free from the challenges of income, and you're able to change the income into cash flow so that now you can create a good current and future lifestyle for yourself. You don't have any fears because the system is guiding you. The system is saying, okay, do X, do Y, do Z. Okay, put the money there, move the credit here, right? And so now, even if you have ups and downs, you know how to get back level again. Right. So whenever you're too high, right, and you're feeling like, hey, you know, everything is just getting ready to fall back, understand it's just the seasons, right? To everything, there's a season, there's a turn. When you have ups, it's coming up a down. When you're down, it's coming up. But you got to be positive long enough to see the change in the season. You got to be positive long enough to develop the seeds that you're planting in the ground. You got to be positive long enough to stay the planet where you are in order to understand who you are. Okay, so now I want to leave you with that. And if you need more and you want to learn more about what we are and what we do and how to pursue your purpose, reach us out. Reach us out at www.purposepursuer.com. Right? What is it that you desire to do? Is it it's a business idea? Is it a calling? Right? What is it that you're trying to create? No matter what that is, you got to find the principle behind it. No matter what that is, everything has a purpose. And until you operate within the purpose of that thing, you are going to operate in frustration. All right. So, guys, free yourself, because you've been given everything necessary to be the one that you've desired to be, the one that you have been placed here on this earth to become, to renew your excellence and to advance leadership. So, guys, I see you on the other side of purpose, because this side is just the comfort zone and it's just too easy. Peace.